I went to the BrandRisk MMA invite only celebrity influencer show. It was out of freaking control. That might have been one of the craziest nights I've had in a long time. Definitely one of the craziest MMA events I've ever seen in my entire life. Every streamer you can think of was there. It was fucking wild, man. Streamers streaming streamers on each other's streams. It got crazy. Uh, I was in the VIP with 6ix9ine, Bradley Martin, HeyBigMike, N3on. I met N3on. Shout out to N3on. Dude, it was pretty interesting. Who else was in there? Oh, SteveWillDoIt. Bro, it got out of control. I'm gonna get into all that right now. I'm gonna tell you guys all about it. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and hit the chat because I want this to be a dialogue, not just a monologue. I'm looking to connect, guys. So if you hit the chat, man, I chat back. Let's go. But yeah, so it's getting a little what time is it here? 2:30, 2:50 in the morning. So let me pull this up real quick. Let me pull this up and we're going to get right into it, man. We're not playing around tonight, guys. We had a long night. And so I posted a live from the actual event, but listen, man, I'm not Mr. fucking streamer yet, right? So I did not have the fucking Wi-Fi, which is super easy to get. You just fucking ask for the Wi-Fi. And my phone was dying, so it's super granulated. But anyways, and the live didn't start when it said it started. So when I'm here and people are getting a picture with me, 6ix9ine, Doc Ock, I believe who else was in the picture? It might have been Bradley Martin and Nick Diaz all in the picture. And I'm like, I literally yell out, 6ix9ine this and 6ix9ine that. And the whole fucking VIP turns and everybody starts putting us on stream, which was pretty fucking fun. But that didn't even pop off on my live. My live started after once I had already calmed down. And I'm like, oh man, appreciate you guys. Right? So, anyways, if you want to see a grainy ass, granulated, low resolution stream of me, 6ix9ine, Nick Diaz, everybody else taking pictures together. Me and SteveWillDoIt had a prop bet going on. Him and Doc Ock were talking about betting on the main event. Bob Maneri was fighting. And the bet was, would he puke or would he dry heave, guys? Okay, because he wasn't training for this fight. Anyways, before we get started, shout out to Fight Circus, home of the freak show fights, even freakier than the BrandRisk fights at Fight Circus. You're going to see a lot of crazy shit on there. And for those of you guys that already got notifications on, and if you share my stream, that means you're a real one, guys. If you retweet me, if you share me on Instagram, if you share my reels or my streams or tell people to pull up, you're a real one. So I got these real one shirts for you. So make sure you hit the chat right now. I got the link in there, and tell your coach about Studio Millions. They'll just rain cash on your coach, and your coach will thank you, and you'll be the one that gets all the credit. So make sure studiomillions.com. Let's freaking go, guys. All right, so the BrandRisk event was tonight. We went to the press conference yesterday, and the press conference was interesting to say the least, but tonight it popped off. So Aiden Ross is one of the biggest streamers on the planet, and he is doing a celebrity MMA event, celebrity boxing event. So everybody from the likes of like Marab, who threw me on the concrete on the stream because I told him to get in my guard. He's like, oh, no, brother. I like this. And then I stood up and then he went to hip toss me, and he hip tossed me on the concrete. So if you guys watch Marab's stream, you may have seen me getting thrown on concrete, right? Marab and I used to train together a lot, man. We know each other, I don't know, fucking 6 or 8 years or something crazy like that. But we've known each other quite a while. And so I was on Marab's inaugural stream, apparently. I haven't even seen the clip. But yeah, so everybody was up there from, like, let's say Marab all the way to Chris Brown, right? And everybody in between. So Ray J of Kim Kardashian fame actually fought. It's one of the most surreal moments, and we're gonna get into all this. But just the moment that sticks out to me the most is I'm backstage. It's literally the who's who of streamers. Nick Diaz and I are sitting on this couch in the back of the room, right? There's like all the fucking influencers going on over here, and the midgets are fighting. And like Nick's giving me a technical breakdown of what he sees in the midget fight. You know what I mean? He's like, "Oh man, that arm, that's not even, dude. The armbar's not even sunk in, bro." Or what? You know what I mean? And then these other two big dudes. One's called No Neck. He was fighting. Those guys look like large, out of shape gentlemen. And they kind of fought like it too. And they were throwing up arm bars, and it was just out of control. And what I found to be the most fascinating about the whole thing was that like Nick isn't like mesmerized by all the celebrity. He's not mesmerized by all the women in miniskirts, all the OnlyFans, or whatever word we're not allowed to say on here, all the spicy link models. He's not mesmerized by that. He's watching the fights because they got this huge TV in the VIP of the Apex, and we're watching it on there, and he's like giving a play-by-play breakdown, and I'm like, man, I'm at a streaming event for celebrity fights for people who don't really know how to fight with Nick Diaz, and he's giving me like a play-by-play breakdown of what the two midgets in the midget fight should be doing, or whatever fight it was at the time. It was a very interesting moment for me, guys. So can you imagine and put yourself in that situation, right? It's kind of wild, right? Because if you train at listen, I coach an extreme. Oh yeah, my name's King David MMA. I'm a professional MMA fighter, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and I coach an extreme couture. Also, some of the people up there knew my uncle, so there were some people. My uncle's Hulk Hogan, and so it was like this weird mix of like celebrities who are famous for and sometimes being famous, and then them not knowing who the fighters are. So they're like trying to act like, yeah, man, I'm up here with so and so. I'm up here with um, whatever chicken wing fingers or whatever the streamer's name is, right? I'm up here with hot sauce McGillicuddy, bro. Yeah, man, he's fighting tonight, and they're like trying to like talk like that's a big deal. And I'm a pro MMA champion. I'm standing next to fucking Nick Diaz, who fought fucking GSP, OG, triple OG legend, and fucking Marab, the former champ, and some dude who doesn't recognize them because he's a a streamer is talking about his boy Hot Sauce McGillicuddy's fighting tonight. Or you know what I mean? Like it was the most bizarre, most surreal moment I've had in I can't tell you guys how long. So that was out of control. Now, the other thing that happened too is I met N3on. And I'm not a big fan of the clips I've seen of N3on. So when I've seen the clips of him, I can't tolerate a lot of what I've seen in my algo when it's like Armand kind of like punking him and then him kind of acting like, you know, I can't stomach that. I met the dude in person and I'm like, oh, I get why you're a fucking celebrity, bro. Pause. He had really good energy. Super pause. I like the guy. I like the freaking guy. So that is the twist of the night that I did not see happening. Also, yeah, so shout out to N3on, my new homie. The pairing you never thought would happen. I didn't anyways. So that he just I like N3on, guys. It's hard to say, man. I didn't think I would say it, but the dude in person is different than the clips that I've seen, right? And that's a fucking life lesson for us all, I guess. Like you can't know somebody by a clip. You can't even know them by meeting them for fucking a night, right? But like that's not it. That's a better indicator of who somebody actually is than some selected clip that's clipped to make somebody look a certain light because that's what goes more viral. And then HeyBigMike pulled up. I told him I couldn't help him. HeyBigMike is Big Mike from Impulsive. He's like best friends with Logan Paul. Big streamer, huge streamer. He's got his own he's doing his own thing. He's got a book. He's been through rehab. Dudes, the people call him Unk. you know? People call him Unk of the streaming influencer content creator space. Yeah, and he pulled up with I told him I couldn't help. I can't. Bro, I know you need help and I can't help you. He pulled up with two full on Instagram model chicks. I'm talking whatever you think that means, extrapolate that. And I said, Mike, I can't help you. I have a girlfriend. I love her, bro. I cannot be your wingman tonight. You're on your own. So I had to leave HeyBigMike with two Instagram models. I felt bad about it. But listen, man, I got priorities. Okay? I got priorities. So I had super fun interjecting the fact that I have a girlfriend into conversations where it has no bearing or reason to be brought up. So that's what I was doing to entertain myself. Rather than having a functioning phone or like a cameraman to go stream, I decided I'm going to go up there with a phone that dies with no backup battery pack and not ask for the Wi-Fi. That's what I did, right? So me with my dead phone and Nick Diaz with his lack of fucking care for anything that's going on other than the fights are hanging out in the VIP room eating fucking sliders that the UFC Apex provides. They had some interesting food choices. So they had some sliders, and the first round of sliders that came out, we must have got there late because those weren't on point. But later, I was like, you know what, man? I know the UFC, they do things right. Maybe we just got the late sliders. The last little couple that are left, they were a little stale. And then the other sliders were better, guys. So that's a slider update in the backstage situation because I know that's what the people want to hear about is the slider situation. So we had a serious slider situation, and yeah, so we're in the back eating sliders, talking fights. There's all this shit going on. And then like LarryWheels pulls up, and LarryWheels just got choked out by my like I don't know how many years I've been training with him. Kobe the Don. He's my teammate. He's my friend, and Kobe choked him. Now my teammate, my friend Justin James picked him up, body slammed him, and choked him. And LarryWheels is super, super nice. But so this is what I also learned from meeting a lot of these people. LarryWheels is super, super nice, but he comes across as a dude that understands the value of streaming, but like would probably be more quiet if given there's no like in his personal life, he's probably not like Mr. fucking loud dude. He's probably not Mr. like go up to everybody, hey, what's up? Like he seems like a dude super friendly, right? But probably understands the value of streaming more than is like compelled to stream. So it's interesting that one of the most viral dudes right now seems, and I don't mean this as an insult in any way. I mean this is like a person who gets energy from going out and socializing or a person who does not get energy from going out and socializing. In that definition of like introvert, he seems more like of an introverted person because talking to him one-on-one was much different than some of the clips I've seen of him, right? The most I will say two people that stood out in terms of well, there was kind of three, right? The three people, Steve will do it, seemed like in a lot of ways the most genuine. Bradley Martin seemed in a lot of ways the most like down to earth. And then HeyBigMike seemed like the most like just the coolest motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like out of like everybody. Right. So it's interesting to see people's actual personalities, their actual aura, not just their on stage or their on camera stuff. So that was kind of cool, right? So I got like a little insight into that. And you see them on a clip or you see them on a podcast, or you see them on a reel, and you don't know how much of that is performative, right? So it's very interesting to meet people over an extended period of time, right? We're all backstage for several hours. So it's not like, oh, hey, what's up, blah, 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 and then you move on. No, like people are like moving group to group, stream to stream, and everybody's socializing, everybody's just vibing in the back. and you get a better sense of who people are. So that was pretty cool. And then Chris Brown showed up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what the fuck's Chris Brown doing here? I guess he was there for maybe Ray J or some shit, right? So that was interesting. Also, guys, okay, I'm gonna post the actual clip. So I got some reels I'm gonna post on my Instagram. It's King David MMA. Uh, so go follow me on there too, just if you want to see this type of shit. I really don't know how I feel about this. I met the influencer known as Palm Beach Pete. And I will tell you guys, it was weird. Very weird. Extremely weird. I would need a fucking DNA test or something from the dude to know that he is not the other guy. That was weird. In fact, I made friends with the dude. He is a peptide influencer. He's a looks maxer. He's mogging the shit out of everybody. Speaking of which, who else was mogging? LarryWheels was mogging. Bradley Martin was mogging. HeyBigMike was mogging. Dude, it was very, very challenging not to get frame mogged up there. But I'm a hard guy to frame mog, right? So I also don't let my cortisol spike. So I got that going for me. But yeah, so I'm up there with with a peptide influencer, super fucking sweet dude, looks max pause. But like a genuinely nice guy. People kept thinking he was clavicular or saying, "Oh, bro, you look like Clav," and he was hanging out with Palm Beach Pete on the plane because they literally sat next to each other on the plane. They're from Miami, and they flew. Then he's just like, "Oh, dude," he just happened to reckon, "Oh, where are you going?" They're both going to the same thing. They're going to the BrandRisk event. And he's like, "Yeah, man, uh, I love Miami." He's telling Palm Beach Pete this. "Oh, Miami's the best city." Palm Beach Pete is like kind of like big time and him, like looking at his phone, like, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah." And then my boy tells me this. He goes, "Bro, I said Miami's the best city." He said he's like not paying attention. He goes, "Yeah, the island is great." The dude said to the looks maxer, "The island is great." In response to the looks maxer saying, "Oh, you live in Miami? I live in Miami too, man. I love Miami. It's the best city, man. Miami's awesome." Da 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 da. Yeah, Miami's the best. Palm Beach Pete goes, "Yeah, the island is great." Why would he say that, guys? I don't know. I don't know. I don't. And I'm. This isn't. He didn't say it to me. He said it to my new friend on the plane when they flew out, and there's no reason for this dude to lie to me about this. We weren't on stream. We weren't clip farming. We weren't doing anything. This is a private conversation being had. And that's why I'm not necessarily dropping his name right now. But that's the information I got about the situation. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so now me meeting the dude and going like, "Bro, I think whoa, whoa, whoa. It's kind of weird. The dude looks so much like the dude." And I don't really follow that stuff a lot, like in terms of I'm not into I don't go down certain rabbit holes intentionally because I don't want to get like bummed out, right? Like I'm like, dude, that shit is outside of my sphere of influence. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't want to just learn more and more information about something that I'm not in the sphere of doing anything about, if that makes any sense, right? And so if you didn't tell me his name was Pete, that would have been a creepy ass moment. So I met that dude. That was crazy. That was bizarre. And then, trying not to get frame mogged every other fucking step you go, right? That was pretty nuts too. Uh, LarryWheels was super chill. Bradley Martin was cool as fuck. Bradley Martin was hanging out for a bit, and just chopping it up. And I guess him and Nick were going to do a pod at one point, but they never got around to coordinating. So you might see a Nick Diaz Bradley Martin pod drop in the near future. Man, yeah, so the event was out of control. There were some people that got thrown out of the event, and I'm not sure if they were clip farming or what they were. So that's the other issue, right? Is that you don't, when you're in these events, you don't know who's farming clips and who's not, right? Like, is this an actual genuine conversation? Are you saying something to me, or are you trying to elicit a reaction? Is this your actual take, or are you trying to be a counter take where like a contrarian, where you can see I'm of a certain energy, so you're going to say something opposite my energy to try and offset me somehow, right? Like, so you're talking to so we went out front, right? Because it was getting kind of cold in there, so we stepped outside real quick to warm up a little bit. All right, so we're out front, and two crazy kind of things happen out front. Well, the first one is that some influence, he's trying to get in. There's a streamer, he's live streaming him trying to get in, and he can't get in, and he's like asking, bro, do you have an extra wristband, bro? Come on, bro. Dog, I see you with Nick, bro. Can you give me an extra wristband? You know what I mean? And I'm like, big dog, you know what I mean? It's sink or swim out here, bro. And then he was like, bro, I was at the last BrandRisk event, dude. I was da 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 da. I'm like, well, bro, then you're more credentialed than I am. If you're kick streaming and doing all that and you're in the inner circle like that, I'm just up here vibing, if that makes any sense. I'm floating. I don't want to get too hippie on you guys, but like I'm floating on a vibrational frequency that just vibed me in this direction. You're trying to get in, but you said you were just at the last one. So then, like, anyways, so that dude, and then this dude, he's a mixed gentleman. He looks half black and half white. He has a Star of David necklace. And he's like, bro, I'm trying everything, bro. Even this. This isn't even working to get me in. And I'm like, bro, my name's Paul. That's between y'all. I just walked away. Right. I gotta get off the stream at that point because I don't know the dude. I don't know what kind of reaction he's looking for. I don't know if he's trolling with that or if he is that and he's trying to see how I feel about it, or if he's not that and he's faking he's that to try and because he thinks that's how everything in the world works. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I'm like, how am I supposed to know what's real around here? Everyone's got a fucking camera and a flash on. So it was also interesting in that regard. So then counterpoint that with, and I got another story about outside, which we're gonna get to in 2 seconds, which is even fucking crazier. So counter that with when you're in let's say there's an event and you pull up, right? But the event doesn't sell tickets. It's invite only. So only invited people are going to be inside. So that's like level 1 clearance. So now anybody in that atmosphere is at least somebody or tangentially related to somebody as like a +1, which means we got 1 ticket for you because you're a celebrity, and we have a +1 ticket for whoever you want to bring. So if, let's say, Sean Strickland was an invited guest, he would get a ticket and his wife would get a +1. Sean's a big celebrity. He probably get plus whatever he wants, or +3 or something like that, so that he could bring 3 guests. So maybe he brings his whoever, right? That's the +1 system. So once you're in the invited guest area, which is the only area this place has, that's level 1 clearance. Then there's level 2 clearance, which is seating. So there only certain people get assigned seats, right? The other stuff is kind of like get in where you fit in. Then the next level up is the VIP backstage. So the reason why I'm telling you this is in the event that you're in a situation like this is how to navigate. The dude outside, it's like a no-go, right? So like if he's inviting people to hop on his stream, it's like, oh, bro, man, no, I would love to. I got to get inside. But that same exact dude inside, right? Because he's inside, he's now vetted, right? So now his stream becomes something that even if someone doesn't know who he is, might hop on. Now, if he's in the VIP section and he's streaming, which is like, I'm talking the biggest streamers on the planet. You like, now if he's in there, then it's like, oh, everybody's like, what's up, bro? Hey, man, give me your phone number. Give me, like, I'm not trying to name drop. I'm not trying to do any of that. If you guys knew how, like, people literally going like, hey, take my number. Bro, give me your number. I'm talking the biggest influencers you can think of. Why? Because you're triple fucking verified. So in those situations, everybody understands everybody else is someone. And so like everyone's guard lowers and everybody's just fucking ultra cool and ultra welcoming to each other. That's been my experience at least. So anyways, back to being out front. The reason I'm telling you that is because if you're ever in a situation like that, the harder the clearance it is to get through, then the easier it is to just make friends with people, right? Because it's like, hey, we're all clearly vetted by some trusted authority system that vets people. We made it past, we're cool. You made it past, you must be cool as well. And then that allows for conversations to flow much more easily. Anyways, so we're out front. I'm talking to one of the UFC executives. He's super cool dude. And he's telling me, like, dude, there's a whole security ass thing going on. And I'm like, what, bro? Really? Because they had just there was a big like 6'6" buff cornrow influencer looking kind of dude getting kicked out, right? And he's talking about like, oh man, I didn't want to be in there anyway, like or whatever, right? And so he's kicked out. So I'm thinking it's a security issue like that, like, oh, somebody's popping off, somebody's trying to clip farm, right? And there's people that need to be booted, right? Oh shit, let me pull up the chat real quick. I'm gonna check the chat in a second. Yeah, so but that's not the security. Now there's an entire caravan where they pulled up with homeless people and they're trying to get past the UFC security to get into the event. And they're going to unleash they have homeless people and midgets. And they're going to unleash 40 homeless people and midgets and they're going to try and storm the event and get into the ring. Now the UFC, if you guys have never been to the Apex or the PI, there's like guard gates before you even get to the parking lot where you have to like show credentials, show ID, verify who you are, who are you here with. It has to get called in. There has to be a list. You got to like it's like you're not just getting in. So to even get in the parking lot was a step, right? So when I'm talking about the dude that was streaming, he got in the parking lot somehow. So we'll get back to the 40 homeless people in a second. How that guy would get in is he wanted to get in. They only got, let's say, 2 wristbands for his boys who are certified kick streamers. He's like, hey, I'm going to roll with you. They're like, well, we can't get you in. He's like, well, let's try. They're like, we can try, but if we can't, we're going in. We're going to go chill with Aiden. You might be stuck out front. No, dude, we'll work it out. So that's why they were out front, right? So they had the ability to get through the first gate, but they can't get past the parking lot into the event. So I guess there were at least 4 levels of vetting to get to the final stage. Anyways, so there's like drones going overhead and they're like trying to fucking drone the fucking UFC to like get footage and they're going to have the fucking homeless people fucking storm the whole thing. And I guess this is his thing that he does. So I've seen a clip that looked kind of like that before, but I didn't know that was like an ongoing thing. And I didn't even conceive of shit like that happening at an event like this. But of course, this is the world of the clip farm. So the world's best clip farmers are, of course, going to attract the aspiring clip farmers who want to do stunts to clip farm the clip farmers. So, anyways, I thought that was fucking fascinating. Let me read the chat. Tapping in live from Seoul, Korea. See you in Vegas tomorrow. Oh shit. We got DJ Sheepwolf in the building. Hey DJ, what's up, bro? Hey, yeah, man. So Sheepwolf DJs for Fight Circus overseas at Club Illusion and Candy Nightclub. So Club Illusion is, I believe, the number 13 nightclub in the world. So, guys, hey, you're in a good place. You got international DJ popping in the chat. I told you guys last on the not the stream where I was backstage, the stream before, where I said you're in good company. If you guys are in this 541 first people who subscribe, you're on a subscriber list with like actual celebrities. You get what I'm saying? So the subscriber list has not expanded across the universe yet, but you're in the right place. So anyway, and if you guys go on my Twitter, you'll see Andrew Tate follows me. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see Dana White follows me, right? I'm not trying to name drop. I'm just trying to say you have excellent taste. I'm trying to give you a compliment. I'm trying to shine you up. Pause. I'm trying to give you your flowers, guys. So if you're a subscriber, you're a fucking yeah, you're in the right place. Just want to let you know that. And anyway, so N3on was super nice. Who else? Bradley Martin was super cool. HeyBigMike, listen, man. Big Mike from Impulsive. If you were hanging out, he's like a dude you would kick it with. He's a bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, yeah, we're gonna run the fucking town tonight. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that was interesting to catch that type of that I guess you would call it like a vibe. You know what I mean? Where you're like, okay, dude, like you get to know the actual people a bit other than just. And so you like, for instance, you guys are watching me, right? I have a certain energy on here, so you get to know a section of my personality. But if we meet in person, you might be like, I wonder if this motherfucker's really like this, right? And then you meet me in person, and I might be fucking I don't know. Maybe you got me, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't know, right? It could be anything. It could be anything. So I try and be as authentic as possible. And I've noticed that a lot of the dudes that are super high level streamers that I met tonight, like the biggest streamers, they're a lot of them had really good, like, positive energy. There were a couple people up there who I wasn't fucking with. The problem is I'm not deep into the streamer game like that. So I don't know who these people are. So there was one dude up there trying to press people. I guess that's his thing. Like, he's got to go press this guy. And it's like, bro, this dude said something in a clip about, I guess one guy had got slapped by somebody, like publicly, like slapped, and the other guy made a reaction video about this guy getting slapped. So this guy's gonna press that guy. It's like, but bro, what do you think he's gonna do, dog? You think he's not gonna react to you getting slapped? This is what you guys do. This is your entire industry. So I just thought that was weird because either that guy's a really good actor or he was genuinely upset that someone reacted to him getting slapped. And to be fair, he did get slapped. So that can be a what we call a emasculating situation, an upsetting situation, an infuriating situation, an emotionally charged situation. So the fact that someone's reacting to something that you're upset about now, anyways. So there was pressing going on, guys. Yeah, the fights were wild. Some of the dudes had titties. They were big fat guys. One of my Fight Circus alumni who I've done Fight Circus with, his name's Ryder. He is a small person, a little person. He refers to himself as a midget, his words. And he is also a mini Danhausen for the WWE. He was up there. He got to a fucking brawl. He might have got fight of the night. Him and the other little midget dude, the world's strongest midget, or the world's strongest dwarf, whatever he prefers to be I didn't really have a long interaction with him, but whatever terminology he prefers to get referred to as, that dude that the strong one was strong, and he trained with the immortal Matt Brown, who was a legit UFC fighter who had like vicious finishes in the UFC. And so he came in trained. Ryder is a pro wrestling little person, or big person with a small body. I don't know how you know what I'm saying? You guys get it, bro. I'm not tripping, bro. I'm trying to be nice to people. You know what I'm saying? He wants to get called a midget. Okay. So he is a pro wrestling midget. And so he had the cardio to go all 3 rounds. And they had a great fight. And there was some reversals where he got some ground and pound off, like pretty brutal ground and pound for being a person with shorter arms. And if he would have just known a little more, I think he could have won the fight. So he went in there with essentially no MMA training against someone who's training MMA. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Not recommended, but he wants to get the clips. He wants to get the bag. Big opportunity. World's biggest streamers. So he went and did it. And I believe they probably should have got fight of the night. I know they were giving out fight of the night bonuses. So hopefully Ryder got a fight of the night bonus. Yeah, so that was my fight of the night. Also, Bob Maneri fought, was it Johnny Manziel? That fight was ridiculous. I'm not going to say who told me so, but I have an extremely fucking verifiable, reliable fucking source who was with Bob last night. I'm talking as reliable as the most reliable person who would know, literally told me off camera in a conversation that was not being recorded or clipped, told me, dude, Bob has been up all night. He did not go to sleep. He's coming in off being up for 24 hours. And then Bob went out there and fought like a guy who's been up on high energy for 24 hours or more, and still had a lot of high energy going, as if he has figured out a way to re-up his energy level despite not having slept for 24 hours. You get what I'm saying, right? So he fought like that. I'm not going to say it was crackheadish, but it was crackish. You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting to see, and Johnny Manziel pulled it off. Johnny Manziel did not fight like a, let's say, MMA fighter, like an ultra trained MMA fighter, but he looked good for a guy that his main gig isn't MMA. Like, he clearly won the fight. He dominated. And SteveWillDoIt and I had a prop bet. Me, him, and Doc Ock from Fight Circus were betting, will Bob Maneri throw up or dry heave? You know what I'm saying? Like, because the guy, you know what I'm saying? He's a party animal, right? He doesn't really train for fighting. So the craziest part was this. These guys were going in there fighting MMA or boxing each other. And their like thought process was like, I can fight. I get really mad. Dude, you don't know how fucking pissed off I get, bro. I get fucking mad. I'm a fucking psycho. Like, that was their thought process as to why they're gonna win a fight. Not because they've trained. And like, these dudes literally, I'm telling you, didn't train. They literally fought with no training. Like, Ryder pulled up to Extreme Couture yesterday and was like asking, hey, I'm fighting tomorrow. I've never trained. What should my game plan be? I told him to breathe. Like, like, what else? Hey, bro, go in there, try not to get hit with anything, relax as much as you can, and just focus on your breathing, bro. Hopefully the other dude gasses out. Because like, what else are you going to tell somebody with no training who's getting into an MMA fight with someone who's trained MMA tomorrow? Like, what other advice can you give? And at the time, to be fair, I didn't know the other little person or the other midget, whatever the fuck they do. That's what I'm saying, bro. Can we just get back to midgets, please? We don't mean anything by it. We're not trying to be mean to anybody. We're just trying to fucking complete a sentence. Okay? That's what he wants to be called. He's asked me to call him that. I'm just trying to be compliant on fucking YouTube. Appreciate the platform for giving me the ability to speak to people, but can we just call them what the fuck they want? Like, I feel like calling someone a little person is like kind of demeaning. Like, why? What? Because he's got a smaller body. He can't be a big person. Like, is that what we're trying to? Like, someone could interpret it that way. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, at the time, I didn't know the strong midget had MMA experience. So I was like, dude, just breathe, bro. Just breathe. And hopefully he gasses. Unfortunately, he had some MMA training, so he was able to get through the 3 rounds as well. Ryder finished the fight strong, but it didn't go Ryder's way. So anyways, what other? Oh, Ray J got fucked up, bro. Ray J got fucked up bad. I hope Ray J, and this is just human to human. I don't know shit about the dude personally, but what I did hear. So another guy. Okay, you guys, how long are we in here? 40 something minutes. You guys want the fucking tea? You want me? I didn't like Ray J at the press conference. Okay. So I didn't talk to him personally. I didn't meet him backstage, none of that. Right. So the only experience I got with him was witnessing him at the press conference. I didn't like the dude. He said he's been to several Diddy parties, which, hey, guess what? A lot of people probably went to Diddy parties. But he said every Diddy party he's been to is lit, and he said free Diddy. Now, come on. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Anyways, and then I heard he has some health issues, but he's fighting anyway, which, human to human, I hope his health issues get better or whatever. If he has healthy, I don't even know this to be true. I'm just going by what people are saying on the mic when they're calling him out. He has skinny arms and a pot belly. All right. He went in there. He didn't look like he was in shape. He got fucking bopped up. He got lumped up. He got hit in the head. Man, I'm not going to say because there were several UFC fighters at the event. When I was chilling at this particular time, I was with a certain UFC fighter who I'm not going to mention their name, but they were like, bro, he got lumped up, bro. And he has a big ass fucking lump in his forehead. And he got a viral, dude, guys, the clip that's going to go around tomorrow is Ray J getting fucking KO'd because he gets fucking hit and he goes stiff in the air like this. Yeah, it's bad. Real bad. And, you know, I don't want to see anybody get like injured, like especially now with brain trauma. And he didn't look like he should be in there fighting, and he didn't look like he should be in there taking shots to the head. So I hope Ray J's health is okay, but he got fucked up. And I hope once he gets better and his mind gets clear, he, maybe realizes that like what Diddy's being accused of is not the type of shit that the public thinks is tight. So maybe he should do some self-reflection, hopefully, if what happened at those parties is what really happened. And then I'm over here meeting fucking Palm Beach Pete, like, dude, this motherfucker Ray J said he goes to Diddy parties. We got Chris Brown here, who's hanging out with Rihanna, and she's with Jay-Z, and he's in the and now we got Palm Beach. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, if you had that, fuck, dude, I couldn't get over how much Palm Beach Pete looked like the dude, bro. I couldn't get over it. I mean, obviously that person with the island that passed away in wherever they were at jail. They, I guess, unalived themselves or whatever. And Pete is a different person. But yeah, I did a Instagram reel with Pete, like being playful, like as Pete. And then afterwards, I didn't know how to feel about it. I was like walking away, like, dude, what if that's actually the other? Like, you don't like what did I just do? Because I thought I was like being playful with the guy who just happens to look like a really bad guy. But then I see these other trains of thought out there about the situation, which I don't have any fucking insight on. And I'm like, dude, in the yeah, so that was super fucking weird, especially because Ray J was talking about Diddy parties as if it's a good thing. And now we got this guy here who looks like the other guy with the other kind of party. It's like it's fucking bizarro world. So, anyways, um, Nina Drama was up there, Dana White was up there. There was a lot of fucking shit going on. Um, yeah, that was interesting. What else eventful happened? Oh, LarryWheels started flexing on me because we were talking about my uncle being Hulk Hogan and my uncle had 24-inch pythons. And then LarryWheels starts going, yeah, man, I only got 21 and a half. Boom. And now he's beginning to mog the frame. So I had to step in front and flex on. Oh, I got big muscles too, doc. So if you guys see me on LarryWheels' stream trying to frame mog LarryWheels, let me know, man. Tag me, okay? Tag me so I can see it, because I believe I frame mogged him. I won the fucking frame mog battle against LarryWheels personally. Rampage Jackson was up there, which was interesting as well because Rampage and I have also done Fight Circus, and Rampage was at my birthday party one year. And yeah, and then I've been at another MMA event where Rampage and I, because we've known each other through those events, uh Rampage, he hates when I wear slides, man. He fucking hates it. He fucking hates it. He is very into you know, like Air Force Ones or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm over here in slide. He's like, what are you doing? Anyways, so like that's always an interesting back and forth. Rampage was up there. Who else was up there that's fucking notable? That you guys would know about. So like I don't know half these motherfuckers, right? But there's like people full on doing like skits and shit. There's the fake Donald Trump dude was up there. He was doing like interviews. That was interesting to see him like walking around without his Donald Trump wig on, and then there's a camera and the wig goes on, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, you know what I mean?" Now he's doing his Donald Trump thing. That was pretty fucking wild, and seeing him interact with the fighters, that was crazy. So yeah, that was it. Oh, big side note. Bradley Martin kind of invented the whole big guy versus little guys like thing. You know what I mean? So like LarryWheels is running because Bradley Martin walked or whatever the fucking saying is. You know what I mean? He walked so we could run, right? So like to be really like honest about it, because we were in the back talking about it. Like, yeah, LarryWheels is like going viral for that right now, but like Bradley Martin kind of like popped that off, right? So shout out to Bradley Martin. I'm excited to see him and Nick get on a pod together. Uh yeah, and then I would guess like one of the biggest takeaways was Nick was super into watching the fights and not interacting with the oh hey I'm a celebrity oh blah, 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 like that type of thing. That was super interesting to me how into martial arts he is, which I really fucking appreciate as a martial artist, a black belt and pro fighter. So we were over there posted, and then it was fun to play around with Marat pause. Not like that, but like the hip toss onto the concrete was a pretty interesting one. So yeah, guys, if you see me on any streams, tag me, let me know, share it with me on here on Instagram. I got a kick. I don't post on there yet. I'm gonna go over there and post. And that being at that event made me want to go IRL. So I'm gonna go IRL soon. I'm never going to be not prepared for an event again because I'm just pulling up like, oh, I'm just going to pull my phone out and like I do here, right? But moving forward, your boy's going to be a little bit more professional. All right? So, that's what we got to look forward to here on the channel if you're a subscriber. Also, if you're watching this later, make sure you like, comment, and share. Like DC says, tell a friend to tell a friend King David MMA's got a YouTube channel. And hopefully in the near future, I'll be IRL on Kick, guys. So if you see me, tag me, let me know. I will reshare you and I will tag you because that's reciprocal value. Because I may not see the clip that I'm in, but if you see it and you share it, you tag me, I'm going to reshare your share. You get what I'm saying? We're in this together, guys. Let's run it the fuck up. I love you guys. Have a good night. I'm going to pop on live tomorrow because I go live every day. All right, guys. Good night.